Hello, this is MRR Collects. I thought I would try something a little different this week and show some of my Dale Earnhardt cards. All of these are pre-death, and you might get a little story time while I do it. I'm just gonna flip through these. These are not all of my Dale Earnhardt cards. This is just had some top loaders and thought, let's have some show and tell. If you haven't figured out, I'm up in Washington State. Have been most of my life, besides a stint in Phoenix. Um, Back in the '80s and late '70s, NASCAR was still a regional sport. But the one race we got every year was the Daytona 500. And so, with Dale Earnhardt's dominance, started with the Wrangler car. I don't have any cards with the Wrangler car on them for this, but he became basically, he was basically the hero of the sport, and he lived up to that moniker. But so up to the middle '90s, when they started when they had the innovation to get the in-car cameras and the cameras showing the brakes, and when they were able to put the spectator inside the car, that is what really helped NASCAR become a national pastime, a national sport. And so when I got back into collecting in the late '90s, I got into the sports card phase. By the way, this one's really cool. This is actually the higher insert that has the foil running and gunning. The regular insert that's I think in, if not every pack, most of the packs. And then this is the harder one to get. That's maybe I think in like 1 in 12 or 1 in 18 packs. So a little tougher to get, but I consider this period of time pretty much the golden period of NASCAR, because it was had its hero. It was exploding in popularity. I actually went to a race down in Phoenix. It was an all-in-out fun time. Of course, the race I went to was after his death. It was, I think, 2004. But just amazing to see it live. I mean, it is incredible to see. But I missed the race. I had an obligation the day of the Daytona 500, which was February 15th of 2001, and I didn't see it until I got home, and then quite honestly, it was like losing an uncle. The funny thing is we at the time we had to drive from Kelso, Washington to Vancouver, Washington for a birthday party, and so I didn't. We were down in having the birthday party, and I was sitting there jonesing to watch the race. So, and we were a little late. Usually, I like to stop off at the Target, and I was going to pick up some Dale Earnhardt cars, winter circle stuff, and we didn't do it because we were running late. I'm a little bit of a slacker, and so we ended up, anyways. We ended up going after, and there was the shelves were cleared even more than usual, and there was a few things, but I didn't pick them up. But this is actually the top insert for Press Premium 2001. I believe it's Press Premium, and I think I have Tony Stewart, but this is a hard pull. But anyways, so finding out, here's my hero who gets killed on national television. And I missed seeing. I saw the replays. They were kind of not showing them too much there, right off the bat. But so it was kind of upsetting to have your hero die on your birthday on national television. If ever I had a sports hero, I'm not huge into sports, so Dale Earnhardt is probably maybe Michael Jordan. I mean, but everybody, it was everybody was a Jordan fan, or yet the few that hated him because he was just so dang good. But um, and Dale Earnhardt, not being in the South, being in the Northwest, um, which sometimes you could compare to the South. It might be where everybody that got kicked out of the South, had to have somewhere to go. But so, anyways, I was huge into collecting. I collected race car cards, NASCAR cards, till about 2005, 6 ish. I kind of tailed off and went to other things. As a collector, not everybody, but a lot of us, we drift in and out. You see something cool, you get interested. So I tend to drift from things. So I don't just collect world currency. I actually started that in about 2006, 2007. After the statehood quarters, I did that, and then I realized coins were so they're so durable. It would just take forever for them to really gain any kind of monetary value worth keeping them. Whereas paper money and sports cards tend to have at least if they're going to gain value, they tend to do it a little quicker than something that can stay pristine for 150 years. But so and at this time, the interesting thing is with the sports cards. Now NASCAR is generally early in the year starting it, so the designs in sports cards, they will take the design elements from one sport to another. Now obviously they're not going to show a gasket ring. This is another little bit of a higher insert for this Max series, but they would take design elements that they could and the technology put in the cards with the foils and the new gimmicks. They would tend to show up in the racing cards, if not first, really early before other card decks. I was grabbing baseball, basketball, football. I was buying it all at the time, which is another thing to bring up is the importance of having a budget. I mean, you have to come to the realization unless you're ungodly wealthy, you're not going to get it all, and then you have to decide what you want, how you want to collect, what you want, how much money you want to spend on it, because of course you can break the bank, and quite honestly, if you're just getting it for the wrong reasons, if you're not really enjoying it. I mean, I have plenty of boxes, that are in storage or in a garage somewhere I don't even have access to anymore. So am I really enjoying them? No. And here's one, this MVP insert. Not an expensive deck, but what a great looking card. I mean, and this is where really they went from static looking standard baseball type cards. They really upped their game in the mid 90s to probably the mid 2000s, where card technology, it can get a little gimmicky, but at the same time, I mean, they're putting some really cool technology in the cards. This one's from an earlier Pinnacle set, I believe, and the base card has no coin. It's not an actual coin; it's a foil, but it goes silver gold. But this is the only one I was able to pick up of Dale, because one thing that you may not know about Dale Earnhardt is that he was one of the only race car drivers at the time that owned his name and likeness. So any Dale Earnhardt card you got in a pack was seeded less because he had to approve of every image, of every use of his name and likeness. So Dale Earnhardt was not in every card set that would come out, and you wouldn't find him. You wouldn't crack open a pack and find Dale Earnhardt in every card set in every pack because his cars were seated, if not, half to a third of what other drivers were seated. So getting a Dale Earnhardt card was really, in a sense, almost like getting an insert card itself. So an interesting story about there's a documentary where the guy that was doing action diecast cars shows up to Dale Earnhardt's driveway with $300,000 in it that I think he put up his house, or he went into debt. It was a huge gamble, and Dale for some reason signed on with it, and that's why Action has, especially in diecast, but now Actions, sometimes diecast cars have cards associated with them. So, but it was a huge thing for both, and actually it was both a huge thing for the card company, or the car company, the diecast car company, and Dale himself, because it put him out there. I mean, you see people with tons of Dale Earnhardt stuff now. It's all authorized, but back in, to get a die-cast car from Dale Earnhardt, now, that's including Winter Circle, because I believe that Winter Circle was owned by Action. Could be wrong on that, but so that licensing came in about. I was walking through a Walmart in 1996, and I was heading for the toy aisle because I was bored, and I saw it wasn't even on the pegs. It was like on one of those little strips where they'll hang carded stuff off of. And I saw these blue cards, and I saw Dale Earnhardt. And I was, well, what the heck is that? And they were Winter Circle die-cast cars. And that was really the first thing I ever saw retail, toy-wise, or really collectible, besides, maybe flags or T-shirts of Dale Earnhardt. And I signed all up for that. Don't know if I even still have those. I had a large portion of my collection stolen from a storage unit, which was not, and is still not. I'm still not happy about that. Never will be, obviously. But anywho, also, even though this is a cool card, it's still a car card, and portrait cards in my book will always be worth more than the car. However, it's a cool card. This one's a nice one to have. And then the last one of my SP brand, they use SP use the technology in all their sets, maybe a little bit different, but they kind of tend to use that classic white background in their designs, and it's a very classy looking set. But then the last one is actually just a promo card. I believe when you bought a box, you got one of these, unless I'm mistaken. Oh no, this is High Groove. So this is an insert from Wheels, but so I didn't pull that card. But now this was a selection of about 30 cards, and it's by no means all of the collection. But thanks for watching. And if you want to see more, I'm thinking about doing a Michael Jordan and maybe Kobe Bryant, or just flipping through some sports cards just for showing you what I've gotten in the past. Thanks a bunch. See you later. Bye.